Welcome to the Chronically Online Podcast. This is episode 7, where we chat about memes, marketing updates, and geeky stuff, all from the perspective of marketing experts, professionals, and specialists. My name is George, and this is
James.
And we are going to chat about today a bunch of dumb memes from comment sections. Have you ever looked at a comment section and just seen a GIF or something that you're like, okay, that has now become a meme?
Yeah.
Just like posting that GIF as a reaction. That is I realized it's such a specific context of meme that you only see within comments. And because of that, it never really gets much fanfare. You know what I mean? It's like,
it doesn't get enough shout out. It doesn't trend the same way, but if anything, it kind of trends more than a lot of stuff because of how often it shows up in comment sections.
Sure.
And it manifests differently in different platforms as well, which is another interesting take. But what have you observed?
So there was 3 that just like popped up for me that I see all the time. There's a bunch of others as well, but like these 3 I noticed. There's a clip from A Bug's Life, just like a 2-second GIF of just the ants just looking. And it's meant as a reaction to like, I'm seeing something fucking weird. And like, that's it. There's another one of Jamie Foxx as Electro, I think, being electrocuted.
Interesting.
Is he Electro in Spider-Man?
Yeah. In the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
But like Jamie Foxx being electrocuted, and it's meant to be a reaction that's saying brain rot. Just ridiculous dumb shit. That's what it's reacting to. And the other one, what was the other one I wrote down? Little Big Planet, the doll. He's like spinning around. There's like Rag Boy, Sack Boy.
Sack Boy,
Sack Boy.
Shout
just spinning around.
Sack Boy, bro.
And obviously that is just a reaction like, I'm seeing something disgusting.
That's
it. Yeah, but it's just interesting because like those 3 memes, I guess you'd call them those 3 comment memes.
Yeah.
They can't really be edited. You know, normally a meme is picked up and it gets recut, re-edited, changed in some way, personalized. These don't. It's literally the same GIF that just posted. And then it receives, 5,000 likes on Instagram.
Yeah, it's almost like a race to see who can post it first.
Yeah, exactly.
In some context, and it's just like, he who dares wins. But on Instagram specifically is where you see a lot of that.
Yes.
Sometimes, I'd say at least half the time, Instagram comment sections are funnier than the videos.
Oh, I totally agree.
I mean, there's a whole genre of videos of people showing you the video first, screen recording them, opening the comments, and then just like going in with a nice Vine boom on like the most diabolical ones. There's a particular type of video where, do you remember Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
And you had the Prowler from it, and his theme was like,
not really.
It's a very specific, like scary kind of sound. I've got to pull it up because
please do. I might know it.
Hold on. It'll be this, right? Sounds quite menacing. So imagine from the right. Every time that happens, it'll be like, right, the video, and it'll be something that you know is like, for lack of a better term, extremely bullyable, right? It's going to be something that's like, you can tell it's going to be absolutely diabolical what someone's going to put in these comments, right? Yeah. And it'll be like, and it will zoom in just on the comment box, and you can just see it's like hundreds of thousands of things, and it will pull up like the 3 most diabolical comments in the video that you could see coming, but you're like, oh my god, I can't believe someone wrote that digital footprint. But like, that's a whole genre of meme, bro. Like, comment section comedy is a thing, and it manifests differently in different places. Like on TikTok, there'll be recurring phrases or searchable things that'll be used because GIFs aren't there. And I'm sure there's a form of it on Reddit and things like that.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many comment trends and memes. Yeah.
And it doesn't get a shout out enough. And I think as long as from a brand perspective, they need to start playing more loosey-goosey with how they use brands and how they comment on different things. Like, I feel like a lot of brands have nailed it on TikTok in regards to being like, sometimes you get comments from certain brands, your TikTok has made it because they found it and things like that. And it's like family friendly or something if it has to be. But on Instagram, I think that's where the likes can be had. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes you go to the comments, you go, okay, cool, I've had my little main course of watching the video. Now for my dessert. Like looking at the comments of like, okay, here's the rest of the funny, entertaining stuff.
It's the growth methodology for most meme pages. Yeah. Get in there and try and be the funniest you can be in everyone else's comment sections, and they come back for your humour. Yeah. So it depends on, as a brand, what you offering. Go play the same game. Yeah. Chuck out the net, see we can reel in.
Yeah. One of the main examples is not really like GIFs in comments, but just the idea of comments having the good content. It's you might know it. Comments from Neve, this account. You might know her. Like this is so weird because I'm talking about an account.
Yeah.
And the reason I discovered this account is because of some huge podcast of two big comedians in America. I've forgotten his name. Tom Segura.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and
love that show.
They were talking about this in the same way that I am, but it's this girl, blonde American woman, and she does these really, really harmless, wholesome dad jokes.
Is it the dad joke girl? And in the comment section is like, ha ha ha, lick my butthole.
Yeah.
Like they're just absolutely diabolical.
That's it. So like that's one where the whole point is you go to the comment section for the laughs. It's nothing to do with the video. It's like
and like that is such a phenomenon, and like that's why they reviewed it on their pod. But like it's unreplicable from a brand point of view unless you get a bunch of bots to comment horrendous shit underneath which is a bold tactic to comment things on it. But like, that had to happen organically once.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was like the most upvoted comment on one of her videos. And then from that point, it just spawned an absolute, trail of madness.
Yeah, God knows how.
I love the internet sometimes, bro.
Yeah, but that's another one of these memes that like a brand would struggle to. I mean, not the comments for Neve thing, but like a GIF comment meme. I don't even know how a brand would do that. But just be the one to post it. All you could do
was play the same game.
Yeah, just be the one to post it first.
Shock value, basically.
Yeah, sure.
And if your brand's willing to take the risk, you could cash in from an impressions and follower point of view, if you're brave enough.
Yeah, brave enough. That's it.
Baby Bears wins and all that.
Yeah, well, speaking of comment sections, I know something that this shows how little I comment on TikTok is.
Yeah, I never comment.
Yeah, there we go. I've noticed that, of course, a lot of people will notice as well, that TikTok will let you know when you're the first comment. It will actually say, okay, first comment animation. It will say like bring or whatever it is and say, okay, you're the first comment.
Yeah.
And then it will actually display first comment on the video then, or on the comment section.
Yeah.
And it just shows that even at this later stage, I know that's not necessarily a new update, but still, at this later stage, they're still adjusting the architecture. They're still developing the app.
And
they're
gamifying in any way they can.
Gamifying it, that's it.
But that's always been an internet game. That's gone back to early YouTube days. People fight for first comment. That's been, I'd say, one of the first forms of brain rot / meme. Just commenting first, but there's like 10 firsts right next to each other, and it's just like get a life, all of you.
And if you've already seen the 10, you do it anyway.
Yeah, but I know, but some people are doing it unironically. Some people are doing it ironically, and you're like, where am I? It's just lost. But it's almost like that. I'm glad that was a thing because there's so much bot comments now on everything.
Right.
I'm seeing a massive increase on it on TikTok specifically.
Okay.
I started seeing more of it when the UK election started. Just reform bots everywhere. They say they didn't do bots. Absolute bollocks. It was everywhere. Same message. Unidentified account, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing. So there was this massive trend to unfollow a creator called Vexbolt. Okay. At a certain time, a certain day. And I don't know how this started or why this started, but basically everyone followed him in mass and then unfollowed him in mass. And it's nothing but, it's just, remember to unfollow Vexbolts and this. Vexbolts is in every comment section on TikTok. I hate it so much. I don't know how to get rid of it. There's no way to do it. I was like, someone ban this dude, bro. Yeah. He who he even is, he made a really famous TikTok sound once. Okay. And I can't remember what it was. Okay, right. But you'd recognise it instantly. Right. It was just used and reused everywhere. And I think he made a career based off of that. And he's just kind of a normal TikTok. I'm not sure if he's controversial or if he streams or something. But yeah, it's just the comment sections, there'll always be some mention of Vexbolts in it. Which is probably good for him. But I think he gained followers in the net when people unfollowed. Because people did do it. They unfollowed him in mass on a certain time. And I was like, why? And there doesn't seem to be any particular reason for it unless I'm missing something. Yeah. So I didn't do a deep dive, and I'm not 12 years old, so I didn't care. But yeah, there's bots in TikTok comment sections are the bad side of comments.
No, I suppose that's scary. And if a brand wanted to kind of go, okay, let's get in this kind of first comment trend, again, it's just a matter of doing the first comment. And that could be with TikTok, you don't have to write first. You can actually just type a normal comment. The issue is you just got to do it first. Yeah. And it will reward you with this little animation.
It's good to see that recognition of OGs, But also social teams, marketing teams, please put aside time for your social media managers to be allowed to go through and engage. Don't see them on their phone and be like, get back to work or something like that. Their work's on their phone, bro.
That is work. That's what they're doing.
Give them the freedom to comment. let them use their common sense, let them make the brand human, give them time to do it in their diaries, at least an hour or two a week, probably spread out throughout that 5 days at least. I see so many teams neglect it, not training their own algorithms, not contributing to the communities they're trying to take from. You can't just take from the internet, you must give back to.
Yeah, absolutely. And this can't just be like a blind stream of content either. It has to be engaging with people, like commenting, as like we're saying.
Yeah.
It's back and forth.
Community. Be a person in a field of AI bots.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
And sometimes that can just be like a safe thing, like, hey, this is a nice blah, blah, blah. If you're the first comment, then we'll get that first commentation.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't recommend doing something that basic, but still,
I mean,
it's like, just do something.
Sometimes it could be vanilla, if the situation calls for vanilla.
Yeah,
but sometimes you've got to get real spicy.
Yeah, you do. You do. You can do any spiciness if you just put, like, Lamau.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Get out of jail free card, bro. Laughing emojis will get you out of anything.
It will. Oh, God.
Within reason.
No, anything.
I'm going Nazi, folks.
Yeah, cool. So something that I've been noticing recently as well, and when I say recently, over the past like couple of years, board games are exploding like crazy.
Fuck it.
So
bro.
like 5 years, to be honest, it's this weird trend of people doing less and less. I mean, like I think drinking, less pubs, less binge drinking statistically.
The stats for Gen Z and drinking are like 20, 25%. I saw something. It was a massive amount in terms of like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
And the whole generation is just less up on drinking than they have been before.
I don't blame them.
They have replaced it with vapes, so it's not like they're fucking golden children. But yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think there's been more kind of experiential things popping up. And with board games, board game cafes, there's so many board game cafes in Southampton that have been popping up.
Any to shout out?
Oh, Board in the City. That's
Board
more
in
of an
the
OG one. They've been doing it for years. And it's just a matter of like, you go in, pay a certain amount for like 2 hours at the thing.
I'm guessing they should have a massive selection you can choose from.
Like ridiculous amount, like hundreds all over the walls. And you just like take it down, play
it's
with your friends.
Collection. Dope decor as well.
It is, like it just naturally looks cool. And it's like unashamedly kind of nerdy. But at the same time, it's not, they don't really do anything. Like they just say, okay, cool, come in, go, play. That's it. It's not like you don't have to do much, you know.
Yeah.
They even serve alcohol and stuff as well. Like they serve food. Like it's a cool idea. And I just feel like that's something that, nowadays, I don't know. Is it a bit geeky to be into board games? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Like,
I don't know.
Traditionally, like Monopoly, like that's the family board game, but people don't like it. Whereas nowadays, if you'll say, you're into a modern one, like what's good, something potato. I'll look it up. Something potato games.
Yeah. I can kind of see what you mean. Like my hot take is like the concept of nerdiness or geekiness will not exist by like 2030 or some obscure timeline, because let's be honest, like I think most people, especially who go to the gym now, myself included, are like massive anime nerds. So it's like you can't make fun of nerds anymore. They fucking bench you, bro. Like
they're the ones defeating the enemy while they're pushing up the bench.
Yeah, this isn't like the 90s like give me your lunch money kid. Like this like that's gone. Like most anime nerds would eat you for breakfast these days, bro. Like it's just a thing, and like people are like, there's a very specific age range where people will like, this is usually school somewhere between year 8, maybe year 7, and like basically senior school, where liking a particular thing might be uncool. And maybe it's like before that as well, but I'm like, I just have a concept, like, because remember we talked a few episodes ago about like theatre being more and more normalised. Yeah, I feel like everything's going to go that way just because of internet culture. People be more open with their hobbies and interests, because I think COVID changed a lot of people's attitudes towards that. Yeah,
I think so. I think that there's more of an openness to just be into whatever you want to be into. And this company, Big Potato Games, they're like, I mean, it sounds crazy, but they're a big modern brand in board games, which you never really think there is. But that's how big they're getting, is people know Big Potato Games. And there's games like Exploding Kittens. I mean, look at...
I've heard of that.
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity.
Is that one of those?
I don't know if it's the same company, but it's like...
it's big. And then Know Your Meme is another big one.
Yeah, absolutely. Like these things that are just kind of popping up, they're so simple. There's a bunch of stuff that is just... like they thrive on the simplicity of it. So there's this one that I've been playing called Block Party, I think, where it just has like 1,000 coloured blocks.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a box of coloured blocks. And okay, it says make a heart, and you've got to just make it like this. Or like make a chicken, and you just like use like 5 coloured blocks to make it, like whatever, or stuff like that. And it's just this embracement. Okay, put the shit down, put the phone down, put the whatever down, put the Nintendo Switch down, like put anything down and just
in-person experiences, man. Like again, we talked about it last episode how experiential things are becoming more and more, and it's weird to class board games as experiential.
Yeah.
But like anything to do with people gathering together nowadays is now kind of like a bigger event.
Yeah.
Like because of how much more online things have gone.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised board games have a resurgence and other stuff. Like I was playing with my mates the other day. I think it was called Breaking Point or something. Whereas one of those, like, put the timer on, name 10 things in 30 seconds, something like that. I've never been more annoyed at the choices on the list. They're pissing me off. I was like, who wrote these?
Yeah.
Like, it would be like name garden vegetables, and we'd go through all, like, loads of them. It'd be like, you got 3. I was like, fuck, you mean we got 3?
Yeah.
We named loads of garden vegetables.
Yeah, we were correct with what we named.
It would just pick the most obscure ones, like rhubarb, arugula. Like, it would just be like, what the who did this?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose. Because I was sat there looking at the box, me being a marketer, going, why did they call it Breaking Point?
Yeah. Oh, that's why.
Why did they? And then I'm starting to think, the more I read these lists, I'm like, they're doing this to piss me off.
Yeah.
I know they're doing this to piss me off. Because there's certain things you land on where you have to not name 5, you have to name like all 10.
Okay.
To get past that.
That sounds hard.
I think. And it was name NBA teams. And I was like, oh, let's
Nice.
fucking go. We got this in the bag. And I named every team in the league. I'm saying every team in the league apart from one team that I missed was the Utah Jazz. And they didn't have half the teams I named on the list. I was rage quitting to like the nth degree. I got up and went to the kitchen. I was like, you fucking stupid lie. Yeah. I was like, I now understand.
Who the fuck cares about the Utah Jazz anyway?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the Utah Jazz. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Utah Jazz fans. Your kit is cool, but you're from Utah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're exploding. Like there's this one I got for Christmas like a year or 2 ago called Throw Burrito.
Oh,
and
I've seen Smosh on their YouTube channel play that.
Yeah, that's it.
And I still don't get what they were doing. I just saw the clips of them hurling the burrito.
Yeah, but that's it. Like that came out like probably 2 years ago, something like that. Obama Llama. Do you know Obama Llama?
No, but yeah.
It's like a bunch of cards on the table. You got to flip them over and say, okay, that's a matching one, and they all rhyme. So we got Obama Llama and I don't know, drama.
I see the concept. Yeah.
But you also do these little challenges like performing a charades thing or whatever. Just stuff like that. It's so easy. And they even have expansion packs. So Exploding Kittens has expansion packs.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but just hearing expansion pack for board games is like a weird concept.
Yeah, it is.
From a gaming perspective.
It is, yeah. But that's how big they're getting. There's this one I got called I Got Crabs, which is so good.
Yeah.
Where like you just got to like collect these crabs. But it's not from some stupid set of rules. It's so simple. See, that also comes back to Monopoly. Have you ever played? Have you ever played Monopoly?
Of course.
Yeah, cool. Everyone's played.
Of course, I flipped a board game table.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you've played it, did you play it with the actual rules, or did you have house rules?
Thing is, like everyone
has house rules.
Everyone has their like own version of it, I guess.
They do. That's house rules.
I think we play it fairly normally. We do like the free parking route. So like, because I played it on the PlayStation where you hand the controller around, so you don't set the board up. And we play it pretty much exactly the same as that with free parking in there. I'm pretty sure.
When you say it's with free parking, what happens when you land on free parking?
You get the money that's underneath.
Yeah. See, that is a house rule.
Is
and
it?
everyone does that.
Well, that's saying they baked it into the PlayStation because they knew people played it like that.
Yeah. See, that's wrong. And there's a bunch of other house rules that people do.
Do you have to go around once before you can buy property?
No, you buy instantly.
Motherfucker.
I know.
We've been doing that. Do you do that too? Do you go around once and then you can buy?
Yeah, used to back in the day. But then, like a year ago, I discovered that the actual rules of Monopoly make the game really quick and they make it really efficient.
It makes so much sense.
And they make it more exciting. And I played it with the actual rules recently at Christmas, I think it was. And it was the least painful game of Monopoly I've ever played.
They are long. Sometimes like D&D campaigns, you're like, oh, I'm in for a long one.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They're not meant to be like that. So the way it works is, when you land on a property, you have to either buy it or auction it, which means it instantly gets sold right there. So therefore, the game is so quick.
Yeah, I mean, we were playing games where you could just choose not to buy that property you landed on.
That's crazy. That's a house rule. Where like, no, you shouldn't be doing that.
Oh God.
And now imagine what that means, right? So you land on it and you go, cool, I'm not going to buy this. And then a bidding war starts with the other 4 players. And it's really exciting because then they like rinse their money quick and it's so much better.
I'm so taking us back to family Christmas next time, bro. Like, this is revolutionary stuff here.
I got I think Walking Dead Monopoly for a Christmas 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And in the rule book, there's an entire page that says, we're aware that there are these things called house rules. And actually said, we're aware. Do not do the free parking money. Do not do the da-da-da-da. But it also said, like, you can do it if you want to. But just be prepared that your game will be worse if you use house rules. Yeah.
So now my brain's going to, who came up with the house rules in the first place? And how did they spread to every household in the Western Hemisphere?
It's so weird.
Like, I'm assuming most people did first time around, can't buy, and everyone did free whoever lands on free parking gets the money underneath.
Yeah,
everyone did that. How did that spread? Like some kind of this is the disinformation Trump should be focusing on right here. This is that fake news that we should be worried about. Okay.
Yeah, and that's like verbal. Like you know, when Monopoly was spreading these rules, it wasn't with the internet. It was like my parents told me these rules. You know?
Chinese whispers is what it is.
Yeah, but anyway, it was like this game I played was the most painless game of Monopoly ever because it was just so quick.
Yeah.
And also a really good thing as well is that you go really low with money often, but then you'll get loads back. And then you'll go low again and you get loads back. It's such a dynamic game. Whereas when you're playing house rules, you feel like you're supposed to collect money. Yeah. And that's not the idea of the game. The idea is you're meant to bankrupt everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nothing to do with collecting money. You can win and have £10.
Yeah, because playing it with my mates and playing it with my family are very different experiences. Because as soon as because we still do the go around the way once, but as soon as you go around the way, it's buy everything immediately as soon as you can get it.
Sure, yeah.
And there's not much auctioning. There's a lot of backroom deals. It's just like, I need this set, bro. Like, what would you trade for the set?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if you're allowed to do trades and stuff, but that's where
you are.
Okay, yeah, because that's what we would end up doing. And then was like, dude, I'm not giving you the rest of Mayfair, bro. It's not happening. Like, you're going to bankrupt me as soon as I land it. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. What can I give you, bro?
Yeah.
What can I...
I'll give you these 3 for your 1.
Yeah, like, then that's when it starts. It's when it starts escalating, fist the throne, and it's all good.
It is. Yeah. Monopoly is a game of being flipped.
Yes.
But yeah, no, the thing about the proper rules is this: it's just quick. You know, it's more fun. Damn. It's quick. Yeah. And my mind was blown when I discovered this. Yeah. I read a really good fact about it as well, that it was created as a way to get people to hate monopolies in real life. Because you play it and you go, oh, this is a really shit way of running an economy.
Yeah.
And that's the idea. It's meant to be like a political commentary game, which makes so much sense.
Chinese national anthem plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can 100% see that.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow. The ironic world we live in, bro.
Yeah. It's fun to play, though. As a game.
That's all you can say.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Yeah.
Isn't that allegory for capitalism at all?
Yeah. That's a coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah. Pure misinformation.
Yeah.
Fake news. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Well, I think that'll be it for episode 7.
Yes.
Sorry, not like last time.
We named the wrong episode last time.
Yeah, that's misinformation spread by me.
Yeah, spread
accidentally.
by 2 individuals in this room.
Yeah.
So what? I can either edit us saying episode 7 now and try and badly import it over to the next one.
Sure, let's do that. Well, that was actually episode 7.
Yes.
So thank you so much for listening and watching and doing whatever you're going to do. Please give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and comment below what you thought about our little stupid opinions about dumb stuff. And we will hopefully see you next time on the Chronically Online Podcast. My name is George.
I'm James. See you later, folks.
See you next time.